Hi, and welcome to Foley Law. Today we're going to learn how to use 13datacenter.com. 13datacenter.com is a service provided by the Chapter 13 trustees to allow you secure access to your Chapter 13 bankruptcy. This will allow you to actively be involved and track your case. From here, you will be able to review the claims that have been filed in your case. And a claim is a document filed by a creditor who is alleging that you owe them money at the time that you have filed your case. This is critical because sometimes creditors file wrong claims in your case. Additionally, the claim itself may be accurate, meaning that the creditor is correct, but the amount is wrong. You may only owe $100, but they have listed the amount due and owing as $10,000. So get involved, review the claims, and stay active within your case. From here, you'll be able to also review the payments received by the trustee, either sent by you or your employer, depending on whether you pay directly to the trustee or you have it wage garnished. Also, you'll be able to review the balances on the accounts, meaning that in a year and a half from now, if you just filed your case and you want to verify what the balance is, either on the car account or the house account, or maybe it's a child support account, you can do so by logging on. You will have access to your case 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is no charge for this, and you can log on as many times as you want. Again, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Remember that knowledge is power, and the more knowledge you have about your case, the more power you will have in obtaining a successful discharge and completing your Chapter 13 plan. So let's begin. The first thing you're going to do is to type in 13datacenter.com in your browser. When you do that, you're going to land on the home page of the National Data Center. This is the Chapter 13 Bankruptcy Case Information site. You will also know up in the browser in the address line that it is HTTPS. This indicates that it's a secure site. The reason that it is secured is because it's housing your financial information. So now we're going to set up a username and password to log into your particular account. So you're going to go down to the attention box on the left-hand side and click on Get Started Now. This will take you to the debtor registration for case access. So as you go down, you will see that all this information is required because it has an asterisk next to the case inquiry box. So the first thing you're going to do is type in your first name, and this is your legal first name. So if you have a first, middle, and last name, but generally go by your middle name, you want to type your first name in there. Then you type in your last name, and you go down to the case number. And the first 2 digits of anybody's case indicates the year that they filed their case. So if you filed in 2010, the digits in that particular box will be 10, followed by the 5 unique numbers assigned to your when you filed the case or when your attorney filed the case. Either way, regardless if you are a pro se debtor, meaning that you are representing yourself, or a case filed by an attorney. If you don't know your case number and you have received correspondence from the court or from the trustee, your case number will be on every document sent to you by either of those parties. Once you have your case number in, you will type in your Social Security number. Then click Submit. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the next screen, but I can walk you through it. The next screen, or step 2, will be security questions. Again, this is a secure website, and they want to ensure that you are who you are, and that somebody else isn't having access or gaining access to your particular account. So one of the questions may be, who is the trustee in your case? And you should have received a 341 meeting of creditors notice. And that's what it'll say at the top, 341 meeting of creditors notice. This will list your case number, the date that you filed, the 341 date, and your trustee, as well as your judge. So have that ready and be prepared when they ask you for who the trustee is. The other thing that you may be asked is, who is a creditor in your particular case? Is it Bank One? Is it Household Finance, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America? Is it Kansas Counselors? It can ask you whether it's the main creditors or a collector. But what the National Data Center does is it goes through your particular petition and schedules, and it pulls out those creditors because it wants to verify again that you are who you are. Once you have answered all the security questions successfully, there will be a submit button at the bottom of that particular input box. Once you do that, you will go to step 3, which is create a user account. And this is like any other account, whether it's Gmail, Yahoo, or an online banking account. You're going to pick a username, and then you're going to pick a password. As this site changes over time to ensure secured access, the security requirements may be different. So read the instructions and find out what the password needs to be. Does it need to have an uppercase letter? Does it need to have numbers? Does it need to have a symbol in it? I always recommend that for this particular access that you set up a secured password, even if it doesn't require it, meaning that you always want letters, at least one number, and one symbol. Once you figure out what your password is that you would like to use, stop and write it down. Because if you're like everybody else, you may forget in 5 minutes when you hit the submit button and go into a panic. So I always try and get in the habit of, whenever I create a new password, is immediately write it down. Then once you hit submit, it's going to take you in and log you into your case. Again, I highly recommend that if you are an active Chapter 13 debtor, that you log into your case and be aware of what's going on in your case. Are the payments being received? Are the payments being dispersed or paid out to the creditors? And what's going on? Who's filed a claim in your case? Who hasn't filed a claim in your case? If you are paying a car off through your case and they do not file a proof of claim, they will not be paid. And so you will come out at the end of the Chapter 13 still owing the debt to that vehicle. And the reason being is that they have a lien against your vehicle. So be involved. Review the case. You have a right to know what's going on in your case. Again, the access is free, and you can log on as many times as you want, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope this was useful. Have a great day.